cheers, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Emma and I'm so happy you clicked on my What's for Dinner video. I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Tonight's dinner, I am making ground beef enchiladas. I am missing lettuce. I thought I had lettuce, do not. And I also thought I had pico that I could mix in with the ground beef, do not. Anyway, I'm gonna make do with what we have. So I'm just gonna start by frying up my ground beef. Ground beef is on, getting ready to cook up. I have preheated my oven to 350. And in the picture of all my ingredients, I forgot to take out my red enchilada sauce. I knew it was missing something besides the lettuce and the pico anyway. I'm just gonna let this ground beef fry up. The ground beef is done. I'm just gonna drain it. Add my taco seasoning. Water. Give that a good old stir, stir, stir. While that's warming up, I'm going to spray my baking dish with some olive oil spray. I'm going to pour a little bit of the enchilada sauce at the bottom. In this bowl, I'm going to add a cup of cheddar cheese and a cup of mozzarella cheese. Good enough. Give it a little stir with my fingers. The meat is done. Now I'm just going to heat up some tortillas. Here is my little building station. I'm just gonna grab a tortilla, ground beef, some cheese. Just give them a roll. And just keep going. There they are. Now I'm just gonna pour some enchilada sauce. Top with the leftover cheese. Now into the oven, 350 for 15 minutes. Here they are out of the oven. And here they are served up. I just added some sour cream and some guacamole. Delicious. For tonight's dinner, I am just throwing some chicken, one boneless skinless chicken breast into my Ninja Foodie slow cooker base, along with half of this 24-ounce marinara sauce. Just gonna throw half of that in there. A little bit more. Good. And I'm gonna throw half of this 14.5-ounce can of Alfredo sauce in there as well. Good enough. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of oregano leaves on top. Voila. Give it a little stir, stir, stir. And I'm gonna cook it on high for 4 hours. And this is the pasta I'm gonna cook up to go in the chicken bake. I just did a 1.5 cups of noodles and cooked them till they were al dente. Stir, stir, stir. Once the noodles were al dente, I just added about a teaspoon of butter and just let that melt up in the noodles. And then I had my husband shred the chicken when the chicken had cooked up. Then when the chicken was shredded, I just added the noodles to the slow cooker base, gave that a little stir, stir, stir. Now I'm gonna let that cook up for about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna add a cup of Parmesan cheese. Stir, stir, stir. Now we're gonna bake it at 375 for 15 minutes. And here it is all served up. I just made a little cucumber, cherry tomato, and cheese salad to go on the side. My dressing, I had French dressing and my husband had ranch dressing on his. Delicious. For tonight's dinner, I'm gonna start by putting some beef broth into my Ninja Foodi base. Probably about 1/3 of a cup. Now I'm going to put my hamburgers in there. I'm going to sprinkle them with some seasoning salt. And I just put a little butter on top. So we got the seasoning salt and the butter. Now I'm gonna put them on my Ninja Foodi base. They are on. Now I'm gonna slow cook them on low for 6 hours. And of course, rodeo hamburgers have onion rings on them. So I just cooked up these onion rings according to the packaging directions. Once the hamburger patties were cooked, I just added a piece of cheddar cheese to each patty. And then I just popped the lid back on my Ninja Foodi base and just let the cheese melt up for a few minutes. I'll be using these brioche buns for the hamburger buns. I just put them in the oven where the onion rings were cooking up just to toast them up a little bit. Then I just added barbecue sauce to the buns when they were done, the hamburger patties with the cheese already on them, and an onion ring, and then just served them up with the leftover onion rings that I had cooked up because I just used the whole bag. Figured may as well. Anyway, that's it. These were delicious. For tonight's dinner, I am making citrus and herb chicken thigh mashed potato bowls. I started by putting a little bit of olive oil in my Ninja Foodi base and I just let that heat up. While the oil was heating up, I had 6 chicken thighs here and I just sprinkled them with this Badia orange pepper on one side. Then when the oil had heated up, I just put that side down in my Ninja Foodi base and sprinkled the other side with the orange pepper. And I'm just gonna let that sear up on each side for about 3 minutes. While the chicken finished searing up, to my bowl here, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of orange juice and a teaspoon of honey. Give that a little Stir, 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 and then I cut up a orange and a lemon. I'm going to use half of the juice of the lemon and orange in with my orange and honey mixture. I'm going to pour that over my chicken. Then the other half of the orange and lemon I just cut up into pieces and threw that on top of the chicken. I'm going to sprinkle some thyme and some rosemary over the chicken. And then I just did about a tablespoon of butter on top of that, popped the lid on, and I cooked it on low for 8 hours. And I'm calling this a mashed potato bowl, so of course I need to make some mashed potato. So I just cooked up some of these baby red instant mashed potatoes and some broccoli to go on the side. And here it is all served up, the chicken, the mashed potato, and the broccoli. Delicious. And that concludes this week's What's for Dinner video. I hope you guys liked it. We'll give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Have a fabulous week. Bye.